You started off. So what are we talking about? MMA GOAT?
We're talking about the MMA GOAT.
Jon Jones, bro. It's undisputable.
Jon Jones, undisputable. That's your opinion.
Jon
Justify yourself.
Jon Jones is undefeated. His one loss is a disqualification.
That's still a defeat.
He's the only GOAT that's beat another GOAT.
The only GOAT that's beat another GOAT? Who's the other GOAT? Who's the other GOAT? Cormier
twice, bro.
Okay, I don't think DC can actually count as GOAT. I see the argument for it. I see the argument for it.
But yeah, I feel that.
But I don't think DC.
If DC didn't lose to
No,
Jon
DC's
Jones,
not
If
in my
DC
GOAT
didn't-
discussion, though.
Okay, if DC didn't lose to Jon Jones, he
Think about his
still
legacy.
won 2 against Stipe. So yeah, I thought about his legacy. It's not as bright as you may think it is.
Yeah, but he's the only light heavyweight and heavyweight champion.
Sure. No. Also not true. Randy
He's the
Couture.
only- Huh?
Randy Couture is also light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. He is not the only one.
That's
At
true.
the same time,
Not at the same time, but that wasn't a thing back then. So we'll give him some slack. And he was 46, so we'll give him a lot of slack.
That's true.
Yeah, fucking 46 years
true.
old, you're heavyweight champion.
Okay,
That's
but
not gonna happen again.
Daniel Cormier's legacy, he's at least in the top 10 pound per
It's
pound.
obvious. Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that DC
Oh, yeah.
is like way up there.
But
All props
Out
to
of
our
all
friend
your
DC.
other GOATs, who can you actually dispute? that
No,
they-
but like you're saying that.
What
he's-
about GSP though? I know everyone says GSP.
Okay, no.
but-
So are we gonna try to argue against Jon Jones now, or are we gonna give other ones?
No, we're gonna argue against Jon Jones.
Yeah, let's
Argue
go
against Jon Jones. Okay, so first one, obvious
First one, he's on roids. He was on roids.
the roids.
He was on roids.
That's like you can't escape
No,
the
like
roids.
there's no way that Jon Jones wasn't on steroids. He
Okay,
was on
the
steroids.
picograms are from somewhere, so there is a good argument for roids. But if we're gonna admit the roids, if we're just gonna roids are not in discussion, okay?
Yeah.
There's
He's
still
natural.
a problem with Jon Jones.
What is it?
Dominic Reyes fight,
Oh yeah, he lost that fight.
Alexander Gustafsson's fight, first one. There's another one.
But you literally saw him come back against Alexander.
He did.
He fucked him up.
But
he
is he
did.
really undefeated though?
Like again,
Dominic
he won
Reyes
the fight.
beat him.
He won
Dominic
the fight.
Reyes beat him.
But I don't care if he beat him or not. The idea is of how close the fight is. And it's not just close against someone who is also good. Like, it's not against DC. It's against someone who got destroyed by
But
Blachowicz.
it's like a stylistic matchup.
Dude, Blachowicz
Is
ate
it a
him.
stylistic matchup? Like, what style is like?
Jon
To my
Jones
knowledge,
is-
Jon Jones is GOAT for
Jon
like part of the
Jones'
reason is
weakness
because
is
of how
boxing.
he has no. I don't think so. Who has he lost in boxing against? Who?
Jon Jones' weakness is boxing. Usually he uses his fucking Muay Thai, his kicks, and his fucking
I guess
wrestling.
I don't know, but so those are my like. Okay, and there's another one, obviously, with Jones that might change over time. It's the double champ thing. He's not a double champ.
That's true.
That I think is
you
significant.
kind of have to be
He's
double
not
champ to
beating
be a
Ngannou, bro. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, either way, like I think that factors into the GOAT discussion for me.
Like side discussion, Jones and Ngannou.
Side discussion of who wins that fight. I don't know. You can't
That's
predict.
kinda
that. Like
fucked,
it's
'cause,
like
like-
an obvious outcome, but you don't know who's
Because it's like, yeah, Ngannou knocks him out,
Yeah,
but like
it's either this
but
or
like
that.
230-pound John Jones.
I
That guy's got to be a fucking
I don't think
machine.
it changes much. It really doesn't change much.
You think Ngannou wins?
I don't think so. I don't know. I really don't know. Again, it's a
Jones
matter
is
of
a
can
fucking
Jones
machine.
get hit by Ngannou and not get knocked out, and we've seen that question answered with everybody so far minus Stipe once.
That's true.
And I guess Derek Lewis. But yeah. Anyway, back to the original
Still
discussion.
not
So are we
fucked
done
up.
with Jon Jones? Or are we still keeping him around?
No, I think Jon Jones.
Okay, so if he's set on Jon Jones being the absolute GOAT and he has his reasons, doesn't care about the Dominic Reyes fight, doesn't care about the Peds, doesn't care about the double champ, Jon Jones GOAT. And he's got, like, again, title defenses, he has more than anyone as far as I know.
No, you
right?
can make an argument. You
There's
can
an
make an
argument.
argument.
Yeah,
He's the most legends.
he's beat a lot of legends, and well, I don't know if legends.
At
I don't
the end
know
of
if
the day-
Dominic Reyes is a legend or Anthony Smith is a legend, but you know he does have a very good resume and it's very lengthy. And the argument Chael uses is very good, but I'll counter it here.
about it, how-
He
And
says
he was young.
he beat the legends of the past, the stars of today, and the stars of tomorrow, which is super important for being GOAT. I think. Your turn, Mr. Nikola. You have
I think Demetrius Johnson is a very underrated argument. People don't say a lot.
definitely 100%.
But
But he just got knocked out.
like GSP.
Wait, so DJ is not your pick at all?
No.
Okay, GSP.
I'm saying people should.
Make your
don't
case for
pick DJ enough.
GSP. Make your case for GSP.
GSP evolved. Like he was beating people just by wrestling.
Okay.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, he can't strike," and like he's gonna get.
Wait, do you
fucked
have
up
any?
in
Just
striking.
so viewers know, we're Canadians here. Do you have
Yeah.
any Canadian bias called pulling to GSP?
I actually don't.
We got to disclose.
I don't.
Okay. No Canadian
I'm
bias.
straight. Like I'm.
All
Even though
right.
I'm Canadian,
straight
I'm
up
like Greek and
straight
shit.
up
and, like
George St-Pierre.
I actually have no bias at all towards GSP
and
because
so
he's Canadian.
reason is he evolved. Like, okay,
he was
so
only winning by wrestling. They thought he was only a wrestler.
But we just said Jon Jones could not be GOAT because close fight with Dominic Reyes that he won.
Yeah.
GSP got tapped out and knocked out by two different people.
But he avenged both of them.
He avenged both of them, but that did happen.
Yeah.
That did happen, right? So
yeah.
If undefeated is an argument here, then
you know what?
it doesn't serve GSP
Usman broke
well.
his record too. He had an unbroken record.
Which record?
Wins in a row in welterweight division.
Does he? Okay.
And Usman beat him by one fight.
I don't really see the whole wins in a row being like a huge thing because technically you could stack those like in the top 15.
It was like double digits though.
Yeah, you could still stack it. Like Usman himself. Like who the fuck was he fighting? Nobody's for like a long time. That's true. Right? Putting in the 30%. So yeah, I don't think that's too significant, and that's the argument that none of us have picked Khabib yet. But the padded record argument for Khabib is a legit one because that man is 29-0.
Khabib's got 4 high-profile wins.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about Khabib here, or no? Do we want to skip the Khabib thing?
Let's talk about Khabib because I don't think he should be in GOAT discussion.
I don't think so either. I think like 29-0 is huge. Dominant victories every single one. Yes, true. All that is true. But
he left when he was about to hit his prime.
He left at his prime. True. The Nate Diaz argument being scared definitely has some validity there. I think. I don't know if you could say he was scared. I don't think he was necessarily scared, but like when you walk off, like it is what it is, right? And I think the major problem is the number of title defenses is not up there.
Yeah, what? 2?
I think it was 3. And he won the title beating someone who was ranked 12, I believe, at the time. So again, it is not as solid a title run as most of the other people we've talked about so far.
No, it's like
right?
2,
and
3
okay,
title fights.
and the deal breaker for me is the double champ thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if, again, this has become more of a thing recently, but I think it actually becomes a deal breaker once I look at the other contenders. Like DC that we just talked about, we eliminated DC even though man is goated, like actually.
Yeah, like he beat the champ.
So if you're going to say, oh yeah, Khabib, who knowingly, like we all know, he said 155 is my division, I will not move up. Whereas other fighters have taken that risk and sometimes Izzy at least recently, right? Izzy wanted to do it.
He'd have to fight Usman.
And Usman would beat him.
I don't know if Usman was or wasn't champion. I'm pretty sure Khabib could have fought Woodley at some point, and he did not. Like he was not interested whatsoever. So
Khabib walks out.
I think look, Usman's champ now at 170. I don't think Khabib could ever beat Usman.
Maybe not.
Usman's too big and too strong.
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem with the Khabib go discussion. Is like GSP went up to beat Bisping, right?
Imagine
and he fucked him up.
Fighting on the bottom. Imagine Khabib fighting on the bottom.
Why do I have to imagine it? Like what? You're telling me he has no ground game for the bottom? Why not?
No,
like you're telling me he's.
You've never seen it.
Kind of. Like he triangled Gaethje from the top though.
Yeah, he's always on dominant position.
I guess. So it would be interesting to watch that. Similarly, Tony Ferguson versus Khabib, but hey,
I would have loved to see that.
I think honestly more interesting than that to me right now, as much as the Tony fight should have happened and whatever, is Oliveira. Just make that fight. Like he has the striking, he has better jiu-jitsu than Ferguson, and he's the champ, and he's the guy you didn't beat. He is the return fight if he stays as champion. Anyway, getting off Khabib now. I don't think any of us are gonna give Khabib the GOAT thing, even though we're settled with that. Is it my turn then?
Yeah.
All right. So Fee's about to get fucking. He's
just say
blast.
the name. Just say the name.
Amanda Nunes. I will argue for it.
Like out of everyone.
Out of everyone, yeah.
Why?
So she is the most dominant champion. It's not even close. It is not. Did you watch the last fight with Megan Anderson?
Yeah.
DC called it
just a non-event. Non-event.
A non-event. That's the best way to put it. Was in zero danger, never in trouble.
But a situation in which you were not actually in competition. It was just a one-way beatdown.
I saw that live.
Right?
That was bad.
A beatdown. So now we flip back to Jon Jones versus Dominic Reyes. That's not happening. That's not even close. Right? So there's and Amanda's not doing this once, twice. She is doing it every single time. Last time she didn't do this was like 4 years ago against Shevchenko, who if not for Amanda, probably would be the GOAT herself.
That's true.
Yeah. So, okay, I continue with my argument. Double champ. She's got it. She's not only just a double champ, she is the only true double champ. Because all the other double champs, DC, Conor, GSP, none of them defended their titles after. She's doing it consecutively, back and forth.
Yeah.
That's not easy. Like, you want to say the division is small, so on, so you have to change your body. Khabib would not do it for 15 pounds ever. For legacy, this never. Amanda's doing it every 6 months. He's like, oh yeah, let's just go fuck up whoever shows up. That. Now we talked earlier about Jon Jones beating so many legends and like goats of the. You said he's the only goat that's beat a goat. Did you see what Amanda Nunes did to Ronda Rousey? Is Ronda Rousey not a goat at some point?
Yeah.
She was, and she until Amanda got a hold of her and she put an end to that argument. Right? That was Amanda's doing.
Yeah, well,
she retired a goat.
Yeah.
In a minute. That's insane. How many other champions can you name that have beat every single champion in not just in their division in history, but in 2 divisions in their history?
Oh, that's it.
Jon Jones is close,
Right.
but not there. Amanda's beat Ronda, Holly, Misha Tate, Jermaine Durandame. Who else? And she's beat Shevchenko twice, who's the champion. This is 3 champion. Three different. Yeah. Can you argue against this? You got mad. You said if you say Amanda Nunes.
The only thing I'm gonna say. No hate. But in general, the women's division of the UFC does not have as much depth.
It doesn't. True.
As the men's.
True.
That's the only counter argument.
My counter argument to your counter argument.
Other than that is
my counter argument to yours. Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah.
Demetrius Johnson. That's it. I don't need to go further than that.
That's a very good.
Right?
That's a very right.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of those guys were shooters.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you could keep going with that, but like it really mattered. Like look at heavyweight right now. What does heavyweight look like right now?
Yeah, you're right.
Who do you name the people Stipe beat? Stipe
DC?
was sure.
That's it.
Before then,
No, that's it. That's all I got.
right?
Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez, I guess. I don't know, man.
It's just like when you look at like no offense.
Can you argue against like just the pure stats of Amanda? Can you argue
No, you
against
can't
her?
argue.
No.
against
You
the
can't
stats.
argue the stats.
You're right.
The stats
But-
are 100%
Best
there.
stats.
Okay,
But, like,
now we move from
The
stats.
argument is like when you put like a pound for pound goat, okay?
Okay,
You imagine them at the same size fighting each other. Who do you think would win? Okay.
right.
It's like you think Jon Jones and GSP, like they're the same size. Who would win?
Okay,
Whenever you put Amanda Nunes,
No, but
you
that's-
always pick her losing.
I don't know. I don't know if I do.
Amanda Nunes.
She is super well-rounded, man. She is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
black
but
belt
the
who is
competition
knocking
you're watching
people the
her go
fuck
at-
out left and
The
right.
competition you're watching her go against is at such a
Is
low
it?
level.
Have you seen Shevchenko versus Amanda Nunes? Have you seen that fight?
Yeah, but it was a close fight.
Yeah.
Look, okay, but
It's
think-
two
think
goats
about-
fighting.
Think about
That's
this,
what it
though.
is.
Think about this though. The level changes can change so much of how good you look because watch Conor McGregor versus Cowboy. Okay, like Cowboy is not as good as fucking.
All right,
Dustin
sure.
Poirier. If you watch the Cowboy fight, you would think Conor's a fucking goat.
Okay,
Fucking
Sophie, I have a question for you. If you watch Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson, what more would she
that
have
was
to
awful.
do?
That was awful.
No, what more would Amanda have to do for you to be like, all right, she's the GOAT? How much more could she do? Right?
Well,
Like, it's not her
there's
fault
not
that-
much more that she could do, but there's just like a capacity.
I think the problem might not be that the division is not so deep, but that she is just so it's just like DJ. It's like so leagues above and beyond everybody else.
Yeah.
That it was like DJ was so it's not like Henry Cejudo wasn't in that division,
Shevchenko
right?
Would beat Amanda Nunes if they were.
The same size?
I think the second fight, Shevchenko won.
It's close. I've watched those fights several times. It's very close. The question is, if Shevchenko had a little bit more size on her, what would happen? But at the same time, she would be slower, so maybe she wouldn't counter as well.
Yeah.
So it is a weird call. But again, that's you also got to consider that Shevchenko herself, aside from Amanda, she has one other blemish on her record, and that's Liz Carmouche, which she destroyed the next time around.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like the Jones thing. Like it's like he's lost, never mind. Jones hasn't lost.
And you know what? It's hard to argue out my goat because like each
can't
different
compare them
era,
directly.
each different era has completely different styles of fighting, like techniques, everything, and then each division, like even like women's, is different than men. Like
It's hard to compare, obviously.
it's like every single. You have to like compare each champion relative to where they're from, like in every sport. Like even like the Jordan versus LeBron.
Yeah,
type thing.
it does cause some problems, right?
You got to be relative to your era, so it's actually hard.
Yeah, like you were talking about Cain Velasquez right now, right? Can we say Cain Velasquez at some point was considered like
Crazy
the man,
good.
right? Like he was it.
He was the man, and then
Yeah. And where is he now? Like nobody's discussed Cain Velasquez for GOAT for a long time,
Yep.
right?
It's true, yeah. It is all
MMA is
relative.
weird like
You
that,
said
man.
the kid last year's.
And it's a quick evolving sport too. Like look at the calf kick. It appeared out of nowhere. And
Did it? I thought the calf kick's been around for a long time. It just hasn't been utilized.
It was always thigh kick, and then they just started.
No.
Started
I know the calf kick's been around. It just hasn't been utilized, man. There's a guy who I can't remember the name now. I'll put him in here somewhere.
He put him on every. Yeah, oh fuck! I know what you're talking about too. He's like a no name. There's a no name type guy, but he put everyone on the calf kick.
No, but
it was all thigh kicks.
We're talking about techniques now, right?
Yeah.
So, calf kick for now. I think the next big thing is gonna be that Giga kick, man. What do you think?
What do you mean? Which kick?
Giga kick? Do you know
What's
the
that?
Giga Chikadze? That guy? The
Oh,
Georgian
I know
dude?
Giga Shikadze.
Yeah,
but
the guy who kicks
what's
people.
his kick?
He just kicks people in the liver, man. He just fucking
Really?
flat kicks in the liver, and they just can't breathe anymore. And they're just like dead.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of the
Yeah.
Giga kick?
No, I'm gonna look that shit
It's
up.
insane, man. Go look it up. He literally
I know who he is, but
every
yeah.
fight he just walks in, just kicks people in the liver.
That's fine.
And again, this is not new. Just like the liver kick, the calf kick we were talking about. Boss Root, I'm sure you know him. I would hope, yeah. He was doing liver kicks 20 years ago, maybe more, with the intention of ending the fight. But they're not used very well in MMA.
Conor getting kicked in the
Yeah.
liver, he would not be able to-
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's gonna be big soon.
Do you think Conor's cardio is not as good because he doesn't train it enough, or he just genetically not one?
I don't know, man. I don't
a little
know.
bit
I
of
really
both.
don't know.
I don't know.
Is his cardio bad? Like, didn't
It's really not that bad.
We're talking about round 6 Diaz, right?
And like
round
and like
6
and
Diaz
like,
won
and like,
5 rounds with Conor, and Conor was winning near the end, was he not?
And then like
So-
and then even though like the first fight where he gassed out, he weight cut and everything for a 155 pound fight, and then like 3 days before they're like, yeah, you're just gonna fight at 170, cancel the weight cut, and then like he just fought at 170. So like his cardio is gonna be affected compared to a dude who just didn't cut at all. Like Nate Diaz was pulled up ready to fight. He just cut to 170.
Did we skip any GOATs that we didn't talk about? That we didn't.
DJ we talked about. GSP, Jon Jones.
Usman, are we just gonna
DC.
negate Usman? He doesn't exist. Fuck him.
Usman is.
We're gonna talk about Usman, or
Yeah, we'll talk about Usman because I'm a Usman hater. Fuck Usman, but
alright,
like
fuck Usman. So why are we bringing it up?
Fuck
then?
Usman, but
Fuck
like-
Usman. He doesn't get any clout here.
yeah, but like if I'm being honest, I don't know who's gonna beat him. Like
You don't know who's gonna beat him?
Who's gonna beat Usman bad? It's
It's
not gonna be Kobe.
Why not?
I think he's just gonna fuck up Kobe even worse
Why?
the second time.
His striking got even better.
Because I feel like
Why didn't
Kobe's
Kobe's striking get better?
still the same beast, but like
you don't think
Usman-
Kobe would be like, oh, last time I got like my shit kicked, but I could have won that fight. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't
No,
go
but I'm
spend
saying-
the last
I'm
2
saying-
years making sure that doesn't happen again?
No,
You don't
but
think that would
I'm
happen?
saying Kobe's still the same beast, but like I feel like Usman's added tools, whereas Kobe's just stayed the same.
But what are you saying that based off
At the
of?
same time,
Because I watched his other 2 fights, and it's just the same. We're winning like Usman
I think maybe you have a little bit of bias because you just saw Usman knock out Masvidal, and you're like,
and
okay.
Masvidal was one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite. Like, I wanted to see Masvidal fuck him up so bad too.
Unfortunate.
That's, you know what, we'll talk about that really quick. I think that was one of the most underratedly shocking moments ever.
Yeah, it was pretty
Usman
shocking.
knocking out Masvidal cold.
Okay.
Masvidal doesn't get knocked out.
Sorry.
He loses, but he doesn't get knocked
I'm gonna go
out.
back to my GOAT thing. Shocking moments, you said. The moment that really, like, only moment I can remember in MMA where I just literally just, like, fucking jumped up, like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened, was when Amanda knocked out Cyborg.
Yeah.
I went crazy. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
She fucked her up.
And so you guys were
Fucked her
talking about depth of the division, right? Cyborg was a monster for like over a decade. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to get close to her. Anybody fighting her was fighting her for money and nothing else. There was no chance of a win or Amanda walks in there and destroys her. So how can you say level of competition? You can't,
Yeah.
right?
That's true. Yeah, I can't argue. with
You
that.
can't argue with that.
Man, the dude
But
just
B is
fucking
he's gonna tear me a new one because I said Amanda. Tell me, man. You gotta fuck it up. You gotta be like, no.
Yeah, you can't say level competition, but you're still making it relative to like gender. Like, if you're like I'm sorry, like men are just.
Sure, but I could say like Derek Lewis is stronger than DJ. Is he more goated than DJ? Right, that wouldn't make any sense if I said that.
But like you're looking at the bottom. Like,
What do you want me to look at?
like DJ is still stronger than Amanda Nunes.
I don't know if he is.
DJ, fuck.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think Amanda Nunes is a lot bigger than DJ.
Man, yeah,
And
it's
there's
big.
like 140.
145, dude. She's cutting to 145. DJ's cutting to 125.
Who else is underrated?
No,
Oh wait,
she's
we didn't even talk about
135.
Anderson Silva. But like,
Dude, cutting to
he's not GOAT level. But like, we didn't even
Wait,
say
we didn't talk about
Silva.
Anderson Silva. Holy shit, we're
Yeah,
terrible.
how did we forget Anderson
Okay,
Silva?
this video has to go full length because
Okay, hold on. First start. Do you think Anderson Silva was on PEDs?
maybe, but it
Might
doesn't
have
matter. It doesn't matter. You know why?
Because
Because we were talking. No, yeah, everyone's on
else
PEDs.
was.
Good.
I mean, look at
you said
look
compare
at
relative,
what's his
right?
name? Oh my God, what's his name? Vitor Belfort.
Vitor Belfort.
That guy was a roid monster.
Okay. While we're on the topic of Vitor Belfort and him roiding,
Yeah.
Props to one guy who's not gonna get mentioned in this conversation, but we're gonna mention him anyway. Honorable mention GOAT, Michael Bisping.
Yeah.
Like, if you can win a fucking world title and defend it with one eye,
Oh my God, yeah. He didn't tell
Like-
anyone he had one eye.
like,
He said it
holy
after he
shit!
retired. That was crazy.
Holy shit!
That was fucking crazy.
One eye, folks. This man, okay, just for context, in MMA, if you get punched near the eye and your eye swells up to the point that you can't really see out of one of them, the doctor will come in and they'll stop the fight.
Yeah.
Michael
This guy only had
Bisping
one.
had one fucking eye for the second half of his career, where he
That's
won the
fucked.
title and lost to the guy that
Who's
we
arguably
were
GOAT.
saying GOAT. So maybe Bisping's the real GOAT. You know, the
Bisping's-
two-eyed Bisping is perhaps
Bisping's
just as good as C-level
Two-eyed-
Velasquez.
Two-eyed Bisping. Yeah.
C-level Kane.
Two-eyed Bisping is as good as TRT Belfort.
TRT Belfort. Well, no, he lost.
That's true.
No, two-eyed
No,
Bisping
Two-eyed
definitely
Bisping might
lost
be a
to
fucking
PRT
machine.
Belfort. That's how we got one-eyed Bisping, dude. What an example you made.
No cap. No cap.
All right, is
One
this
leg McGregor might be crazy.
one leg McGregor?
Metal leg McGregor.
All right. Is this you guys?
Yeah, keep going up.
Are we satisfied with where we left it, or do you want to talk a couple more bits?
You can in the driver.
Conor
we can talk
McGregor's in the
about
GOAT discussion, dude. He's not even in the top 10 of lightweight discussion anymore.
He's just goated. Like,
GOAT
I
how?
mean, no, like he literally put MMA on the map, like low key, like
Did he?
low key.
I was watching MMA long before I knew who
Yeah,
Conor
but like
was.
you and like a select few and like us, but like there's like half of MMA's fans all just started from seeing like viral Conor McGregor clips.
Like,
He is
why
so,
didn't
like,
I see any of
low-key.
these? Like, I'm a MMA fan. I feel like I should see these viral clips. I never do.
But like,
No,
I
but,
never
like,
got
before,
how
like,
you do in the
Like
ring.
Conor McGregor is like more famous than like the whole UFC itself.
I know, it's weird. Like, I've asked my friends who don't watch, I'm like, you know Conor? And they're like, yeah. Oh, do you know this
Everyone
other
knows
guy?
Conor.
And they don't know. I'm like,
No.
why? Why do you know this
Everyone
guy?
knows Conor McGregor. No, he's
It's
just
so strange.
he just ascended to like a fucking.
MMA is not just
Everything
what
about
you
him.
do in the ring. It's
He
what you
was
do
the
outside
highest
of
paid
it.
athlete of 2020, 2021.
But
Like,
why?
He's
Like,
he's
why?
gonna be a
I don't
billionaire.
understand why. I really
'Cause
don't
he's
get
such
it.
a good talker, bro. He's
He's not. I don't think he is. Why didn't Chael get?
You know
I think
what?
Chael talks a lot better
he's
than Conor.
He's an underratedly really good businessman.
Bisping. Have you seen Bisping talk? The actual GOAT, Michael Bisping. This man shreds people. He fucking shreds
No, but
people.
Conor
He's
McGregor-
like,
I'm gonna
George,
plug it. I'm not
He's
even
like,
gonna plug
George,
myself here. We're
George,
gonna put in a Michael
George, you
Bisping
drunk
shredding
again?
people.
You drunk again, George?
Are you intoxicated?
He's like,
Oh my God,
are you
dude.
intoxicated, Michael
But
Bisping?
like, just the things that Conor McGregor thinks of just attracts you. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know. Do
Who the
they?
fuck is that?
But like when he's like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Name one other Cassie thing other than who the fuck is that guy?
And
Just the
then
way he won,
Cowboys
like
started talking,
his
he's like,
fights are just so
"Yeah."
satisfying to watch. Like his OG like 45 round fights, like when he was like
Yeah.
fucking up Chad Mendez,
He didn't fuck up Chad Mendez.
Like,
He
no.
was losing.
but like he knocked him out though.
Sure.
No, but like I mean, like all those like
Derek Lewis knocked out Volkov.
yeah, but
Was
like,
he
it's still-
fucking
he
up
won though, but he
Volkov?
won though. But it's like all those McGregor won fights, like the fashion that he wins in is just so like.
I feel
I'm-
like I've shat on Derek Lewis, a lot in this video. I love
Derek
Derek
Lewis
Lewis.
is
He's one of
solid.
my favorites. So props to the
Yeah,
Black
you have
Beast.
actually shot on Derek Lewis.
Yeah. No.
But no,
Massive props.
it's like, yeah, Conor won in ways that like no one else did at the time. Like it was just like, there's a reason that he was so like viral and
It's
famous.
the way he fights. It's the way
It's so like
I
even
don't
the
know,
way
man.
he strikes,
I feel
it
like
looks so cool.
I
The
feel
way
like
he, the
there
way
are
he like,
such better characters.
the way he hangs his shoulders and throws his punches looks really cool too. Like
and
just
like
everything
just
about
his
it. I don't know.
timing of everything he does and says, bro.
Maybe I feel like all of those different. Maybe it's all rolled into one nicely, but I feel like
He
all those
basic-
aspects have been
He
done by other
basically
people
got
better.
the fame and like exponentially grew at the right rate.
You want to talk about like your stance
like,
and your
Sean
shoulder? Like,
O'Malley's
why doesn't
getting-
like Dominic Cruz get famous?
No, think
Dominic
about this.
Cruz is fucking
Think about
crazy.
this.
Actually,
Sean O'Malley's fighting style and talking is probably just as good as Conor McGregor when he started, but like he just didn't click with the timing because Sean O'Malley isn't fighting like top guys that you know about at the right time.
Connor wasn't doing that,
Connor-
as far as I knew.
He fought Dustin Poirier.
No, Connor.
That
'cause-
was,
'cause
like, long
Sean
after he was
O'Malley,
famous,
Sean
though.
O'Malley's doing it now, but like this is like a long, like now we're used to that. Like it's not like.
Who do you think is the next big star? Did you see the Patty the baddie guy last night?
Oh
was it
yeah,
last night?
yeah.
I think it was last night.
Yeah, but I feel like when that guy fights like a good, like top quality striker, he's not gonna do the same shit.
Yeah,
I don't
didn't
know.
look good. I saw his highlights from Cage Warriors, man. He's doing a couple fucking flying triangles. Did you see those? That was insane.
I didn't see those.
Flying triangles. He's just
We'll
fucking
see, though.
standing with the guy
That guy's gonna do
clinching, and he
some
throws
shit.
his legs up, and he fucking triangles him.
I think
crazy.
O'Malley's gonna fucking. Do
Speaking
some
of
real
crazy shit, though, we talked about DJ
That guy's
being
a
GOAT.
fucking
You want to see
crazy
who's fucking
striker.
GOAT? Go watch DJ's armbar Ray Borg, and then you'll see who the real GOAT is.
Oh yeah, the fucking fly. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Switch it,
I'll
where
take
you
my
switch it.
Amanda Nunes back. Maybe, but
He
no, he
seems
got
sick.
kneed. He got kneed in one. You lost in one. It's over.
Yeah, but that's in. Oh yeah.
You lost.
Yeah.
The
No,
only
that's
count is
true.
UFC.
Yeah, he lost to Cejudo. We'll take it away. We'll give it to Amanda.
Cejudo.
Cejudo.
Is
Oh
there
yeah,
any
what about
goats that you
Cejudo?
have
Dude,
that
Cejudo
don't-
Cejudo
gets
GOAT.
finessed.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about Cejudo.
Poor fucking Cejudo.
He lost to DJ. He lost to DJ twice. I'll give him 2 losses to DJ. Fuck Cejudo. He's not the GOAT. And he would lose to Amanda.
Yeah, he would lose to Amanda.
He would lose to Amanda.
What about Max Holloway?
Max Holloway?
I love Max Holloway.
Max Holloway's pretty sweet.
Max Holloway's
That guy's, it is what it is.
even though he's not in the GOAT discussion, like he's just
He could be. He's
He could be.
28.
he
He definitely
still
could be.
has-
He's lost to who?
He didn't lose to Volkanovski the second time, that's
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck no, he didn't.
So he lost once
He
to
lost the first time,
Volkanovski,
not
and
the
he
second
won.
time.
He avenged that loss technically. So
he totally avenged.
so
I don't
we
know how
could
the,
actually
how
discuss
the
Max
fuck did he
Holloway.
lose that. I think that was one of the worst robberies in UFC.
It wasn't the
history.
worst robbery. Come
No,
on,
but
man. Come on.
especially because of like the it was supposed to be a trilogy thing, but then they gave him 2 in a row loss. Like that kind of ruins a trilogy. You know what I mean? Like
Didn't
there's
get
no
to
trilogy
fight.
anymore. Now he's got to have like fucking 4 fights with him. Like, what if he wins the next one? Then
It
Volkanovski's
doesn't have to
entitled
be.
to the
It
next
doesn't
one.
have to be
and
4 fights. I don't
But
think
does
so.
Volkanovski beat Ortega?
Like imagine if Max Holloway comes in and just like fucks him up completely. Like there's no 4 fights.
But then it's like, oh, Volkanovski already won 2, so we
But
won
we
another
know.
fight.
We know. Dana knows.
I know about Max.
Dana knows.
Max is way better. Max is sick though. The Cater shit. That's one of my favorite fights ever in
And
UFC
then I
history.
saw Ortega's live. I was there.
You watched it live,
yeah.
like in the stadium,
Toronto, yeah. Ortega
like-
and Max, yeah.
like when when Max Holloway put his hands up for him to hold up the block and then fucked him up again. Wow.
I don't remember that.
No, he
There's like a
What,
little clip.
Max? Did
There's
you
a
see
little
his
clip in
fight
the fight.
against
Ortega has his hands drop and Max goes,
Dude, when he's fighting
Puts his hands
Cater
up
and
for
he's
him
like
and hits him.
looking at the commentators throwing. Oh
and he's
my
like,
god.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC, and he's
Okay,
just not even.
we're
looking.
all gonna change the thing now. Max Holloway is it? Max Holloway.
Max Holloway's my favorite. Yeah, I would like put. I think he's really underrated.
You know, if Max Holloway versus Khabib had happened,
What about TJ?
we would
Dillashaw?
be having a different talk right now. What's the argument for TJ Dillashaw, man? I'm not even gonna entertain that. No, see, you're out. No
I want
TJ
to see. I
Dillashaw.
want to see his next fight. What happens?
Yeah.
If
All
he-
right.
what
I want to see Sean. Like
3 times. He
Sean O'Malley intrigues me so much. I don't know.
Why?
Because like, everyone
he
flames
loses
him.
and
Everyone hates on him because of the Cheeto
he
Vera
kind of
shit.
deserves it a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
but like in reality, like
him and
he
like
just-
Kevin Lee, they kind of deserve a little bit.
in reality, like everyone like Cheeto, like oh Cheeto Vera fucked you up, but like he really just fucking broke his ankle and like he didn't like actually.
I
Get
don't think
beat.
so. No,
he didn't.
no,
he
that's
didn't
not
know.
what
Like
happened.
he didn't get like technically like skillfully beat by Cheeto
I think
Vera.
he did.
You think so?
I think so.
I
The
don't know, I
ankle thing was
disagree.
the fight before that. The Cheeto Vera fight. He was losing and then his ankle. got
no,
fucked
but he
up.
was just standing and like just.
Yeah, but
crumpled,
he
bro.
was losing like well before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was losing, but like he didn't lose the fight because of that. His ankle just buckled on him.
But
and he
like,
just
had
got
the fight
ground
continued,
pounded.
he would have lost.
No,
But we don't know that
Sean
though
O'Malley
because
was
it's a
touching him
5-round
up.
fight.
I
That's the
guess.
thing.
I guess.
That's the thing.
Sean
We don't
O'Malley
know
was
for
touching
sure.
him up.
But that's like if you were Aljamain Sterling saying I would have been champion. That's your
Yeah,
argument
Aljamain
right
Sterling,
now.
that's a different
And he's
story.
doing that. No,
That's
is
a
it
different
different?
story.
Okay, so while we're
Aljamain
here,
Sterling
while we're
honestly
here,
should've just-
Aljamain Sterling.
He should have just been silent with it and ran the fight
So-
back and everything. But
So I'm gonna put it on you. Was Aljamain Sterling milking the knee? Yes or no?
a little bit.
A little bit. How do you little bit fake it like milking knee? You either got knocked out or you didn't, right?
Well, no, actually, no. He was. I think he was milking it after the fact, like in the press conferences and shit. But like
No,
at
you
the time,
didn't milk
but
it
like
at the
no,
thing.
but at the time, like I don't care what anyone's. No, you know what? Actually, I see this shit live. I don't care what anyone says. Peter Yan grabbed his fucking head and literally went like this, boom, through his fucking head. Like,
no,
I don't care what you
I
say.
actually have a video about this on the channel
I
already.
don't care what the fuck anyone says.
Oh my god.
You say that until someone grabs your fucking head and like
This kid is
he
sitting
didn't-
in the back
he
saying, "We see this with my friends and we start cheering." I'm like,
dude,
what the fuck are you
it's not
cheering
even
about?
like, no, it's not even like he need like you can get kneed and then you can get your head pulled into the knee at the same time. Like, that was the dumbest illegal knee too. Like how do you not, like, this guy was kneeled on the ground and Peter Yan's just like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah, the problem becomes like, if I know it, you should know it, and you're the champion.
So
like,
the thing is, Peter Yan's dumb as fuck for doing that, because Peter Yan could have stood up and done nothing.
Okay, what do we think about the hand thing, where he puts his hand up? Do we think that's like way too much, or is it a little bit justified? Because he was winning like pretty clearly.
Yeah, he was winning clearly, but like,
but you don't.
Why
have
would you do that? Like, that was fucked up.
No, not the knee, the hand at the end, where he puts the hand up at the end.
Who, Peter Yan?
Yeah.
And he like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't have done that.
We'll let the comment section decide on the hand at the end. Is that cool or not?
That's fair. I have no opinion.
All right.
Yeah. No, but that was fucking. He would have won that fight so easily, but like, that was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, he didn't have to do that at all. Like, I don't know why he just kneed him in the head when he was in the ground. Like, there's no fucking reason to do that at all. He could have just kept his belt and
finish him. Oh my god, dude!
That was fucked actually when
fucking
I saw that.
Mortal Kombat featuring
He literally grabbed
Peter
his
Yan.
hand. No, that was like that was so hard, dude. Like, if you watch the slow mo,
that's fucking illegal.
No, it's like Aljo's like milking it too much now, like where he's like still tweeting about it and all that. But like at the time, like when he was in the cage, like, fuck, I don't know how he was even alive after that.
Really?
That was probably harder than Ben Askren got hit. I don't think the knee
hit straight. I don't think it did.
No?
No, it definitely wasn't what Ben Askren got hit with. Fuck, are you kidding me, dude? Ben Askren got hit by a fucking truck.
Ben Askren.
Fucking, you can see Masvidal's face as he's running up. Just the expression on his face tells you what's coming.
Is it that
he's like,
how fucked is it that Jake Paul like knocked him out almost as cold as Masvidal did with his knee? Like, that's fucked.
No, that didn't happen. Dude, that didn't happen. He got up when Jake Paul hit him.
Yeah, but he still
Masvidal's legs were like Askren's legs were scissored up. I've never
woke up
seen
in the
that.
hospital, actually, to be honest. Yeah, that's true.
No, he didn't wake up in the hospital. He got up, but it was a long time after. Like, I have never seen someone's legs just like scissor up and tilt over like that. And then fucking Masvidal at the end fishing around.
Oh, he's still hitting him and fucking going nuts.
Oh my
Masvidal's
god.
a goat. He's got to come back.
God.
I think Masvidal's like,
who do you want to see Masvidal
skilled.
fight now?
I think he's so underratedly really actually skilled.
He is, but he needs to work on his wrestling, I think. He lost to Damian Maia
he was
because
the
of
only
wrestling.
guy.
He shouldn't be losing to Damian Maia because of wrestling. That's kind of sad.
I think he was the only guy who could actually like beat Usman right now. Like, I felt like he could actually like somehow clean it. Like,
Kobe has a much
harder.
better case, man. Come on. I know you love Masvidal, but like,
I don't
come
think
on,
Kobe.
like, we have the evidence. I
think everything Kobe does, Usman can do just a little bit better.
Dude,
and he's got better
Gamebred
cardio.
has lost 10 rounds in a row to Usman. 10 rounds in a row.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Kobe is arguably 3-1 ahead.
I'm saying like, Masvidal has like an outlandish chance that he could just land that punch that fucks him up. Like, he's a great striker.
I think Kobe can do that. Kobe, like, go watch that fight again.
But everything Kobe does, because the thing with like Masvidal will lose to Usman 9 out of 10 times, but like Masvidal's got
I don't think so.
much superior striking to Usman. Not anymore, because Usman fucking knocked him out. But
he
like,
didn't do that to
but
Kobe.
like that's what I'm saying. At the time, like, he had first time he didn't. Usman didn't get close to knocking him out at all. The first fight was way more close.
He was landing.
But like,
you mean the Masvidal fight?
Yeah, but I mean like Masvidal's striking is just clearly superior to Usman's. But like with Kobe, like neither his wrestling or his striking is superior to, like, I think striking wise, Usman's a way better striker than Kobe probably now.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
After knocking out Masvidal,
I think
now.
That's necessarily true. Because again, you haven't seen Kobe versus Gamebred for one.
And Usman doesn't like get damage.
Usman doesn't take damage. He didn't even take damage.
Not true. Go watch Kobe versus Usman 1. Go do it.
But I don't see Kobe.
He almost got knocked the fuck out.
All I'm saying is I think Usman improved a lot since the Kobe fight, and I think Kobe was like Usman and Kobe.
I think you might be sleeping on Kobe. I don't know for sure, but I think you might be sleeping on Kobe. So
in my mind, at that time, Usman and Kobe were like above the whole division. Like, no one in the whole 1 to 10 could beat either Usman or Kobe. They fought and Usman beat him. I think Kobe stayed at that level where he's still better than everyone in the division. But Usman just got slightly better already.
Okay, no, we were forgetting about one guy. Can you name him? We were figuring out. No, he couldn't beat Usman. We talked about him earlier tonight, actually. The guy who, in theory, should have made T Wood beat Jake Paul.
Oh, Stephen Thompson.
Stephen Thompson.
Yeah. Stephen Thompson's dope.
So I don't know. Can you argue that Usman has better striking than Stephen Thompson? You're not gonna get that argument through.
Oh fuck no.
But you can just take them.
Unless you're gonna do some wild
You see what
MMA
Gilbert
math.
Burns did to Stephen Thompson in the wrestling?
I did not. I don't know if I watched that fight.
Gilbert Burns kept taking down Stephen Thompson. I
Yeah.
don't know, bro. Think what Usman would do.
Gilbert Burns
Dumb-
beat him.
Dumb game, bro. Doesn't matter.
Gilbert
spinning
Burns rocked Usman hard actually, but Usman fucking knocked him out cold too.
Usman, when Usman takes damage, he doesn't like become. Like,
Usman's just an athletic
just
beast,
keeps
dude. That guy.
Again, I think
Like,
you
when
guys.
Conor takes damage, he fucking like slows
I think
down.
you guys need to rewatch Kobe versus Usman. I think it's been a long time since you've seen that fight. It has for me
It's
too,
been at
but
least a
from
year.
what I
Yeah, you're
remember,
right.
it's not like what you remember it as. From what I remember, on some judges' scorecards, going into round 5, Kobe was up 3-1, and there's a reason for that. It's because he was winning the striking exchanges to the eyes of many.
Okay.
And if
I'll
you go
rewatch
watch
it.
it, yeah, I think that's what I'll go do it too tonight. I'll go watch and I'll see what was happening, but I know what was happening. And I know that like during that fight,
I saw this video though that like it broke down the breakdown of like low, medium, and high punches,
okay.
and like obviously you're gonna rate high punches more. Kobe had more punches landed total. Usman had more like high damage.
I think the only reason for that was the whole like jaw break thing.
And like no,
And I think just the commentary on that emphasized how much damage is actually being done. Maybe it was being done, but like from what was actually happening, to turn off the commentary and just watch the fight,
bro,
you might not see it that
literally
way.
Broke Kobe's jaw.
I think he
Did he? I don't think he did. I don't think because like there was no X-rays showing. Like Usman said later, my jaw wasn't broken. He said that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like fucking Kobe's
Kobe is retarded sometimes.
Kobe's
It's true.
like if you're claiming he's retarded because
Bro,
he
there's
actually did
literally
break
a
his
clip-
jaw, then
there's
that's
a
more
literally-
props for Kobe.
there's
Because
a-
if he was able to stay ahead of Usman, winning the later rounds with a broken jaw in a
broke it.
striking contest, then the next fight, if he doesn't break his jaw, he destroys him by that logic. Right?
No, I think
How
he
could you
loses.
possibly do worse?
I don't
with
even
the-
like
with the-
Usman, but I think Usman will beat him. I don't know. I
Okay,
just-
there's only one way. This fight, folks, has already been booked. Kobe versus Usman 2. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do this talk again. We're gonna talk
Okay.
about Amanda's fighting too soon. So we
Okay.
already know what that's gonna happen
So we're
there
gonna run
because
it
the
back. We'll
GOAT
have
doesn't
episodes.
lose.
We'll have
The
episodes.
actual GOAT does not lose. There is no reason to wonder what will happen. We all know what will happen.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we'll watch the Kobe and Usman fight and we'll pick this up again.
Bro,
We'll see
yeah.
who the GOAT is.
Talk about-
Okay, we'll start there.